He is confident about himself. Guys, I actually want to go back to Trent. I thought of a topic before. I want to just touch on it. Then we're going to talk about the Dubai Super Cup players we want to see and we're looking forward to seeing. But on Trent, he done an interview with TalkSport. I noticed a few very decent things out of the interview as well. One thing he identified, me and Ruby have been saying this on a weekly basis as well, by the way. So let me know if you're watching, Trent, lad. But nah, it's a very easy thing. It's a very easy conclusion to get to. Just the amount of lazy opinions that people create. So they'll see one clip on Twitter. So what I think's funny is when Liverpool have like a 3 o'clock game against Southampton or someone, and Trent makes one mistake in the game where a winger beats him. That clip goes viral on Twitter, 9,000 likes, 5,000 retweets, and the premise is, oh, Trent is shit. He's the worst defender in the league. When you've saw a clip from a 3 o'clock game, but people are like, nah, I always watch Trent. There is no way on God's green earth you have watched a 3 o'clock kickoff game when we weren't even on telly against Southampton. I'm sorry that hasn't happened. And that goes to show people will use clips as the conclusions of how good or bad somebody is. And you're seeing it now that they're seeing Maguire play more for England. They're like, oh yeah, he's not as bad as everyone's saying. He's still shit, just not as bad as everyone's saying. Because you're watching football minutes of him, whereas you're just seeing highlights of another. And again, it's a lazy football opinion.
I think that I sent, because it came up on my For You page on TikTok, that the bit where people at the interview was saying, do you think like people are a bit harsher on you and stuff to Trent? And I sent him it because someone had like put like new music over it.
Yeah.
And he's going like, oh, everyone's like, everyone can have their own opinion. And I sent him it and I was like, bruh, me and my mum just nearly been crying watching this. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, I don't know all right answering them questions though, didn't I? I was like, yeah, you bossed it. Yeah, you bossed it though.
Do you know what I can appreciate about Trent? He's improved his art, the way he articulates himself, which is also really, really good. And
he's always been like that, though. He just hasn't been on me because when you get media trained,
no, of course,
you've got to like condense everything. But with
and
his
he's put that very well together, which is exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying he's built himself to a position where he's not only just presentable on camera, he's actually good on camera. I like watching his interviews, and I don't just feel like I'm listening to a robot just say what he's being told to say. Like he's knackered. Oh, that's knackered. That table's knackered, bro. Like a lad, I laughed so hard when I saw that. But the point is as well, another thing that he said that I liked and I just thought was boss was that people hold me to higher standards than others. And that's what a winner is. In the moment, the winner will always get the sort of shots taken at him and all the eyes are on him and people will get deluded opinions because of how much it's being talked about. Really what that screams to me is greatness. Really what that screams to me is someone who, if he could not defend, it is astonishing that he's been able to make a career at Liverpool, win every single trophy under the book, playing right back in a four defender system and win all those trophies while having a great defensive record. For someone who is so shit defensively, for someone who is a championship level defender, I think it's hilarious the fact that he's been able to maximise his career that much to where he's been to 3 Champions League finals, won all the other shit with no defending ability. And I think it's brilliant. And it's a true example to how the football in Wales works nowadays in terms of a short clip and that's the opinion, or a short clip and it's the short attention span that has been created by the TikToks of this world. And I'm just really, really proud, to be honest, like that he plays for my team. It's incredible the fact that
a player like Trent Alexander Arnold, which is probably the best right back the last 3 seasons, and he doesn't play for the national team because for Southgate, Walker is better than Trent, probably defensively or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand how it's possible. Of course, I think that he deserves to play every game for the national team because he is the best. His right foot is the best. So I don't understand. But football sometimes is strange for that reason. Anybody like I don't like Southgate. I absolutely don't like Southgate, but Southgate achieved something very important 2018 with the semi-final for England, first time since 1966. Then the final in the 2 years ago in the European Championship. So, I mean, the results
at the same
talking
time,
about him.
Like it's better for us that Trent doesn't get that playing time.
100%.
But it's nice. I know in the way.
I agree with Mario. It'd be nice to see him play.
I agree.
For Liverpool, it's good that he's not playing.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Absolutely. But it's nice when you watch. I don't watch the Wake Up, but when I watch, I just wish to see, Trent and Henderson together playing and making the difference.
It was pretty cool to see Henderson and Bellingham. That felt very homely seeing that. I don't know why. It was homely watching them two. It was like seeing two Liverpool players, and it's so dodgy because you could end up signing for fucking Man City.
I already feel that Bellingham is our player. I don't know why.
I need to stop it though.
I need to stop it. Otherwise,
we're pathetic.
Too deluded.
We are pathetic Liverpool fans who are getting very excited over very little. Besides Rubio's being very sensible through this whole time. But yeah, just to again touch on Trent. I think what was great as well was seeing Cafu come out and absolutely backing our boys.
Say the same.
Like, listen, they used to say the same shit about me and Roberto Carlos, and look how people look at us.
Yeah,
that's
you know what I mean. Like and they said back then, where there was less social media, less attention on clips and shit like that. Clips weren't a thing. You'd watch the game, you'd go home, you couldn't watch it on record because it didn't fucking exist. And then boom, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you know what I mean? People would make their own opinions and then you bounce on with your life and you be remembered for all the great things that you've done. And I guarantee to everyone watching this stream, Trent will absolutely be remembered for everything that he's done.
100%.
It's fucking boss, and I'm made up that he's going out
even
there
the stuff he does for the City alone, like the way he's involved with the L8 stuff.
Yeah, man.
It's the Mandela 8 and all that. Like, there's not much more you can ask from a young local lad.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Why can't we support that as well, by the way? Like, why do so many people want to see people stand for? Like, I don't want to see United do well. Like, but I would never wish on, like, Rashford to be, like, a completely shit player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
seeing Rashford excel in the England squad at the moment has brought me so much joy. Because, he's been doing amazing things off the pitch.
Yep.
And then people were slandering him for the way he was playing on the pitch.
Yeah, man.
And then he's worked his little ass off on the side, and now he's smashing it again in the seasons. He's smashing it for the international team. But that's two different ways you can go about it. You can either let things get to you, or Trent obviously had a few hiccups, but he's just kept pushing because he hasn't got that space to let things get to him, because at the end of the day, he's still got everyone that he's went from the ground up with around him.
Yeah, man, I agree. Guys, fun question in the comments, and then we're going to touch on the Dubai Super Cup, and then that should be us done for the stream. By the way, guys, smash a like, because we've got over 100 people watching. Smash the likes. Let's get 100 likes, ideally, but just as many as you can. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The question from my man A-Mane, Ben Sadia, says, Jude, Pedri, Musiala, start one, bench one, sell one.
Okay.
So you've got Jude, Pedri, and Musiala. Do you know Musiala as well?
Musiala is Bayern Munich. He's English, by the way.
English-German.
He's English, but yeah, he plays for Germany.
Oh, yeah, but just a quick off topic. Did you see Fabio Carvalho go back to English?
What?
Like, he's now an English player again, I think, or he plays for the English team. Chat, let me know if that's confirmed or not.
I didn't know that.
Apparently, like, he was going to go away with Portugal or something, and he didn't end up going.
He's probably thought, actually, you know what, I can't go over there. I don't know any of the language.
He chills with Harvey Elliott for 3 months and thought, I'm English, bruv. Let me go.
Yeah.
let me go and do it. But yeah, I like Fabio Carvalho. I like the idea of him playing for England.
I'd say sell, Pedri, bench, Mussy, start Jude.
Same, exactly.
Is that the exactly
the same?
So you are both selling Pedri?
I like Pedri, but if I have to prefer,
Pedri.
Yeah, I like Pedri as well, but same like Ruby.
Yeah,
I would say the same. But guys,
why don't you never say anything with your chest, man? Say you say it the same.
Oh no, but it's the same, and I said the same. But Musiala is a motherfucker. There's a way that he could work better in our team than Jude.
Yeah,
he's very good.
There's ways there.
He's too thin at the moment though, because he's young, isn't he?
That's my only thing. And we've got Harvey.
He's the same age. Musiala, Elliott, and Jude Bellingham, the same age, 2003.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 19 years old.
Musiala looks about bloody 14 to me.
Oh no, he's a proper.
He's 2003. He's 19.
He's also got the experience.
You know what though, like.
Well, the
just watching him play, even in, obviously I know Germany got knocked out and all that, but like, he made such a difference in like milliseconds of a game when he was on. He was just doing like all the textbook stuff, the give and go, the pulling players out to make space for other people. Like, he just made such a difference in the Germany games that I watched.
He's brilliant.
He's creative. He's very clever player.
He's a star at Bayern. Do you know when you're a star at Bayern Munich?
At 19.
At 19.
And it's the same as Jude, yeah.
No, Jude is a star at Dortmund. I don't know. There's part of me. I think, do you know what it is? There's part of the game of Musiala that I like more than Jude, and vice versa. Love both players. Give me either or. Happy days.
That's a good question. Sorry, dead quick.
No, go for
it. When Musiala's reached his potential, do you think he has reached his peak? Would it be better than Mbappe?
Better than Mbappe?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I know I like him more just because based on the way he plays and whatever. Mbappe's got a lot to work on. I'm getting very Ronaldo vibes. I feel like he's always going to chase the numbers opposed to playing the good football that Ronaldo used to play
Ronaldo,
before.
the Brazilian one or the Portuguese one?
Oh, Portuguese Ronaldo.
Okay.
Because I always felt Portuguese Ronaldo since later Real Madrid years has just been chasing numbers.
Yeah.
Not to dispute how good he is, just that he's not what he was when he was at Man United. At Man United, he brought so much more than just goals. Brazilian Ronaldo, let's not mention Kings in the conversation with
he's still declared for Portugal.
Because in the Italian podcast, they compare at the moment Kylian Mbappe with the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Fuck off.